Hello and welcome back to Icewind. Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
Wow.
Hey, we lost.
No, we didn't.
Hey, we all.
I mean, y'all are alive. I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no
Yeah, that is
bell.
true.
Well, to explain what we're talking about, a quick recap. After you guys had gotten some affairs in order, talking with Speaker Danif Whalen about the eventual manhunt on. Wow, I totally butchered that word. Manhunt on Zardruk Sunblight, which will require the entire strength of the 10 towns to do, as well as other affairs like getting your shopping in, learning more about the town, that sort of stuff. A blizzard came in and all hell broke loose.
Yep.
Yep.
And by all hell broke loose, I mean literally the Cult of Oral came in and fucked shit up. It was really bad. It was pretty bad. To the point where Alonso had to revivify one of the local villagers after they had gotten their throat slit. Um, Unfortunately, that was the only one that they could like visually see they saved, as they had to go from point to point all across Icewind Dale to do as much damage control as possible until they eventually reached the middle of town, where they met the leader of this assault, which just so happened to be Grulon, as it turns out. And as soon as Grulon turned his eyes towards Merkin, they completely freaked the fuck out, and y'all had a really tough fight. Nick nearly got frozen to death,
But
which,
not
by
before
the way,
getting set on fire.
yeah, above table, we were debating. It's like, did he die from fire or ice? But uh, either way, it'd gotten so bad that the villagers, who you've known through many different interactions with the populace, are the most oral fearing. They, in a heated moment, when it seemed like the cavalry was coming in, they actually chose to let the cult get their vengeance over defending East Haven, as in that moment they chose that this was somehow the lesser of two evils. And things got bad enough to the point where Shiaz actually came out of hiding and offered himself up to get the attack to stop. And despite you all getting one last good look in, you unfortunately were unable to have Grulon be downed, and he escaped with Shiaz. And sure enough, the blizzard had completely faded away, albeit slowly, and the rest of you all are left in the center of town to pick up the pieces of what just happened, and that's we are gonna pick immediately up from. Oh yeah, and also um when Nick got revived, he still got a trace of magic in the air from the hunter's mark on Grulon, even though him dying would have made him break concentration on it. And with a clutch enough check, he was able to get a faint sense that wherever Grulon and, by proxy, Shiaz teleported to, it was somewhere east. Easter than East Haven, if you will.
One could not possibly fathom. But yeah, it was a bad situation of us trying to save a town that didn't want to be saved. As well, we did try to make one last persuasion check, which was a 15, 21, and 21.
Thank you. I was just about to ask for that. The ramifications of which we will figure out in tonight's session, as we are going to immediately pick up right where we left off with everyone immediately after the fight. Everything has gone deathly silent. The guards that were supposed to come in to help you all, the villagers that tried to hold them back, everything has gone silent. In this immediate moment, what does the party do?
Nick, groaning a little bit, gets back on his feet and says, "Where the fuck did he go? Where did she go?
Out,
Sorry."
out of here.
They.
They're not here anymore, boss man.
Alright. Fuck. Ran away like a pussy. Nick is going to look for the kid that was about to get bonfired.
You still see a giant mound of snow where the stake would have been. But thankfully, his father, the captain of these guards, immediately rushes over to brush away the snow, and sure enough, the kid is very cold, but thankfully is alive and unburned.
Right.
Boss man, get up. Come on. And Ezekiel is going to hoist Nick over his shoulders.
I can walk.
No, shut up. That's the machismo talking.
I can walk. I didn't hear no bell. I could still fight.
Ding, ding. Oh well, let's go.
I'd say Alonzo is feeling really defeated, like he's lost the starry form at this point, and it's just kind of like standing there with his staff embedded in the snow, just thinking about how things could have went differently, and just feeling the failure. And I think before he also turns to go back towards the inn, he'll just look at the villagers that blocked the guards and just look incredibly disappointed in all of them.
A either a perception or insight check, your choice.
Perception. I have advantage on that.
All right.
21.
Yeah, 21. On 21, now that the terrifying adrenaline had basically, like, worn down, because everything about that situation happened so fast, and it was so intense, that, like, on a 21, you look to the crowd, and while they are still, like, definitely some people who, in their minds, definitely felt like they made the right decision, because, after all, the blizzard just ended. You also see a healthy amount of that same crowd just sort of come to their senses and look incredibly conflicted after, the fight that you just gave and they all basically watched. But with a 21, you also notice that several of them have actually dispersed, and in the distance, you actually see other people sort of, like, gather together, and they seem to be having some kind of conversation. It doesn't look like secretive, like they're talking out loud, but they're far away enough to where you can't make it out. But essentially speaking, it looks like someone had made a discovery, and now the rest are scattering to see if anybody got lost.
Like, a discovery of what? Sorry?
You don't know.
Okay.
All you can gather from context clues is, like, somebody said something, the others looked in horror, and now they're scattering around to see if, like, anything got lost.
Gotcha.
But you don't know anything else more than that.
Right. So yeah, he'll just start trudging back to the inn now.
Zeke will follow with Nick in his arms.
What about you, Merkin?
So, if any of you all have seen how Clover looks during a Undertale Yellow genocide run,
None of us have. Just show it.
Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
okay, fine. I'll give you all a more generic example.
Okay.
That
Ooh, I think I could. I think I could
Okay.
find one actually.
I'm just playing around, Will. It's all right.
I know everyone's jumping on my ass before I've even said a word. Please slow down.
You good?
So that moment in anime where just you can tell that someone is just holding back the most intense rage, despair combination thereof, and you just their eyes go blank. Just the shade from their bangs is just covering everything. You can tell you don't dare approach them. I mean, no, that's for later.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, but at least I'm on the right track.
Yeah,
We're
no,
still on.
that's for later. If literally anyone in this village decides to try to convince him that what these people did was the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're on Silent Fury. That's fuck around and find out.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it seems that we are all battered and bruised, currently back to our way towards the inn.
Unfortunately.
And Merkin is going to make his way back to the inn for
Yeah.
a short rest.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
As all of you enter inside, the place right now is actually deserted for the time being.
Do we see the guy that we saved?
Um. Oh yeah, you did tell him to go straight back into the inn, didn't you?
Yeah, the Revivify dude.
Yeah.
I will say, roll me a luck check.
Okay. Just a D20.
Blessed
Yep.
be.
It's one thing.
Yeah.
11.
You find him, so when you go in, the main, like, hangout room, where, you know, everybody would either hang out or sit at tables for, food, you look to your right, and there is a body leaning over the edge of the love seat, and you think, oh god, did they get him while he was in here? But when you look over to the body, you see the guy that you rescued is basically passed out. He had just been killed and then brought back immediately. And he's also, like, not an adventurer, so this person is dead, passed out. Not actually dead, but, like,
Yeah.
is
Dead
just
tired,
passed
not
out
dead.
and ultimately safe in here.
Just
All
nod
right.
and go to our room.
Can you put me down now?
I'm gonna put you down on the bed.
But
Oh.
And Zeke will walk over towards the bed and then place Nick gently on the bed. I'm waiting for Nick to get up suddenly, abruptly, and decide to move, and I'm just be like, the moment he does, I'll be ready.
I can't. I'm out of Zephyr Strike spell slots.
nah.
Okay.
So, alright. Let's do a head count. I passed out for a moment there. What happened while I was out?
Well,
His hair just kind of flares up a little bit.
Shiaz ran over and willingly gave up himself to stop everything.
Shit. I was wondering why I didn't see him in here. I thought he was just invisible. Fuck.
Stay that way.
So,
But after that, the guard were about to show up, and we thought we had him, and then a lot of the townspeople stopped them. But they wouldn't let him through. They made like a human barrier.
that's a shame. And I won't blame them for being scared.
By the way, just real quick, can you hear me eat popcorn?
No.
No.
No,
Okay,
no.
good.
If you were, I had no idea.
All right, continue.
I hate
Part of the job, boss man. You always told me that, right?
It is part of the job. They're stressed. We're all stressed right now.
The
Just
best
really-
thing.
I'm just really
Sorry.
tired all of a sudden.
Well, we did run all over town and basically take out a small army of cultists, so... Speaking of which, when we were fighting them, some of them were speaking primordial. Didn't get a clear message, but something about them, I think, like their mistress or a higher up must have something to do whenever they die.
Hmm.
I will copy paste this because this is what I got from a whisper from John.
Gasp! I
We
forgot.
know?
Mistress dies.
Well, there must be some sort of higher up that's, I don't know, maybe has some sort of influence over the death. I mean, when we killed one of them, they don't turn into normal corpses. They turn into snow or mist or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think, from what I was able to pinpoint, I must have a camp out in the east, just outside of town.
Well, we're not gonna go crazy style on them now. Best thing for you, and Zeke is going to give Nick a look, despite having no eyes. And it's just gotta be like, I know you, and I know it wouldn't be a good idea for you to get up out of bed.
Nick remains silent.
And it's like, uh-huh, yeah. So, do me a favor, all of us a favor, and rest. Close the eyes that I don't have, and sleep. We're all gonna try and see if we can get some shut-eye somehow.
I guess I'm too wired to really get any sleep, but I'm resting. Nick feels the urge to grab a cigarette, but can't do it while in the room.
Yeah.
The moment that the moment you reach for your cigarettes, you just feel the
The glare.
the glare just immediate. You feel the daggers, and they're not even real.
The rusted nails inside the inn just start levitating.
Someone cast Cloud of Daggers on top of me? What the fuck?
I mean, I could cast that, but no.
Yeah, with their eyes. Now, Please,
Yes.
rest.
At the very least, what's our next move?
Well, we know of. You mentioned there's a camp to the east, and if we want to try and help Shiaz, that would have to be done immediately. But we were here to investigate those Dwergar. I fear we might miss our chance if we go after the cult now.
That
Not to
Duragar.
mention,
Go ahead.
not to mention, we're all thinking it, but it would also be a good idea to try and see how the townsfolk are doing. Ugh, I feel disgusted just saying that.
There were some, I could tell when we were leaving, that realized they fucked up, I think.
These people have made their choice. They deserve their fate.
Whoa. Just hearing that, Zeke is gonna be like, what?
You saw it.
I did, but
Uh.
I still want to give them some chance now that they have someone to yell at them about it.
That, Merkin, I know it not used to you being the one to say the quiet part out loud, but you honestly feel that way?
He does. He does kind of pause for a moment on that. Just it may just be recency bias, but I can't stand to look at anyone in this town right now.
Well, good thing we're in here for the next few hours.
Or an hour.
What?
It just ear twitch of confusion. What?
I'm planning to get Shiel's back, with or without help.
You can't go all the way out there without us.
I could
As
try.
you can, we're not saying you can't, but as the guy who makes all the dumb decisions, I don't think that's a really smart idea.
It's Merkin. Merkin, I would love to join you and go off and get Shiaz back. But I don't think any of us are really in any condition to go out there, including yourself. But think about it. Why would Gurlon take Shiaz? If he was really just going to be the sacrifice, he would have killed him right then and there and be done with it. He probably wants to keep Shiaz alive. If that's the Arcane Brotherhood, Arcane Brotherhood member, as we think he is, or they are, sorry, then they probably want to keep, they maybe still useful to them.
Sorry, above table. It's like, I'll use the correct pronouns. Happy Pride Month, everyone! Even if they're villains.
Yarg.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Grulon's pronouns right now are undetermined, so
Yeah.
for a while.
Their pronouns are you what?
You what? Before we decide to change the pronouns of the entire town to was were.
Oh no!
So, I think Shiaz, at the very least, may have some time. If anything, they bought us some time to catch our breath. For now, my vote is that we catch our breath fully. If we go in out there not fully prepared, or with at bare minimum with a proper guide, you're not going to be able to find him, even if you do go trudging into the cold. Once we wake up,
Yes. Loath as I am to say it, you have a point. Several, actually.
once we all recover, We should try our best to help the town. I know they betrayed us in the end there, but it's because they lost hope in ever getting rid of this. We have to be able to inspire them that there is a way out, but we have to give them hope and courage. I know what it feels like when your home is invaded by something much more powerful than you. Some people believe it's just easier just to bend the knee and hope that they'll just go away on their own. But they don't. They don't ever leave, so long as they know that they can still control you.
I'd like Alonzo to get up and look out the window, probably seeing, the townsfolk, looking for survivors, clearing up as much rubble as they can muster tonight. And he just slowly closes the shutter so we don't have to look at them right now.
Yeah, it's more the same that you saw earlier, Alonzo, where it's like people seem to be like searching for people at the moment.
Yeah. But we can deal with that later. Just, we need a moment away from everything at the moment.
I feel that 100%.
Nick, as things are settling down, you hear a voice in your head, and I will go ahead and type out what you hear out loud.
Oh shit.
A light comes from Nick's ears. It's like it's on speaker. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Oh, wow.
One of the suits is missing. A yellow one.
Oh my god, no.
Not now. We're not ready.
There we go. You hear Wezo's voice say this.
Got a new mount out of it. What did he kill Shiva EX?
Got a fucking mount out of it? That's pretty cool. Nyx will respond. Do I have to respond out loud, or is it just them?
You can do it, you can do it out loud or internally, your choice.
My immediate thought was that Zeke was gonna go over to Nick and he's like, all right, open up. Yeah, so about what happened.
I'll have a number 9. A number 9.
Extra
Number
large.
6 with extra dip.
Let's see. Let me type this out.
Is this Pizza Castle?
Nick is probably gonna respond a little maybe a little catty. No, not aggressive, but oh hey, I kind of died. Cultists attacked East Haven. We fended them off, but I'm pretty sure I dodged a near-death experience. Hang on, let me type it out so it's 25 words.
As Zeke says in the open air, tell him that you lost your mustache.
Oh, no.
I fucking what?
It's like, yeah, I mean, I didn't want to tell you before you were ready, but... We hear the most thunderous footsteps as an undead being approaches the inn and then disappears into the snow below.
Oh my god.
Oh, are you done?
No, I'm typing out my stuff. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
He's working
Sorry.
on it.
It's also by this point that obviously since we're all, well, a majority of us are completely battered and bruised and like, bleeding in areas that Zeke's mage armor had basically like come off, and of course everyone remembers that when it comes off he is completely exposed and bare to all the elements. But one thing that hadn't faded immediately was his mark of heroism. And before long, the blue coloration that had marked around his fur had slowly shifted back into the brown and like beige that he is known for. And he takes a seat on the ground and curls up into like a fetal position as he tries to, he covers himself from everyone else, and it's just like, still getting used to this magic thing.
It's not so bad.
Yeah, but I don't. Have you ever been on the? Have you ever been in a situation where you get pool magic armor and then it just suddenly like leaves you like you've had your 17th drink at a bar?
No, I can't say I have.
That's weird. I mean, I've never. I mean, sure, magic. It can be exhausting sometimes, but it's never given me hangovers.
I mean, like
No.
it leaves me naked.
I think, um, again, I think our magic comes from very different sources, but you could. It's all about intent. So maybe if you think that this won't happen to you, it might not happen like this. Maybe it will just coat your already existing clothes rather than removing them.
Yeah, it's probably how it goes. You guys are way smarter at this than I am.
Alonso's also blushing because you didn't say you put any clothes on, so.
No, I have not yet. Everyone has grown accustomed to seeing Ezekiel this way, so he's just curling up and he's just like, yeah.
Huh.
And it's just like, I think my clothes are in here somewhere.
They were in your bag last time this happened, so.
Oh, right. Yeah. Thank you. And he goes to try and check where his bag is, and it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, they're still here. Thank goodness.
You think it's Levistus
Hooray.
that's actually doing this?
Well, if it is, it's a pretty hilarious joke. Thanks, old man. He says as he jerks, like he makes a stomp on the ground, as if he's like cursing the gods below. As like, although, speaking of Levistus, it was weird. When we were fighting all those douchebags, I felt it was as if one of them was trying to control me for a second, but something protected me.
Hmm.
And I don't know. Maybe the old man is looking out for me in his
Maybe.
weird, demonish way.
Or maybe you just had your own personal willpower to fight it off.
I never thought about it that way. Damn, I'm awesome.
I mean, I'd rather you think that than think a demon owes you any favors.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, over there, Nick's just like focused on this like text message conversation.
Oh my god, girl. You will not believe. I actually died. Capital D-E-D.
Dead.
But yes, Zeke is going to make himself modest for everyone involved. And then he's gonna go curl up in the fetal position and go, meh.
Meh. You get a reply, Nick.
How many died? Did they kill anyone there? Where are you going? Are you all okay? Might have way to mitigate the death taxing, though. Interesting.
above table, there are typewriters in this world, right? Or is it just everything is written on paper?
Yeah, it's high fantasy. It's paper.
Gotcha. All right, everything is written on papyrus with
Well, not
quills and
not
stuff.
papyrus, but like paper, like old paper.
Yeah, ye old
Yeah.
paper. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Thank you.
Now in Eberron, we have lots of typewriters.
Noted.
It's my favorite.
We should
Right.
bring back. No.
But Zeke is going to stop going meh for a second and approach Alonzo. Actually, no, my apologies. I love you, but no, you were not the person I am directing this towards.
No.
Going towards Merkin. And he is going to stand upside down on the ceiling while approaching him. Because Zeke isn't stupid, he can feel the intensity that is surrounding Merkin.
I will say though that like you doing that has kind of alleviated it a little bit. Just enough
And-
to kind of like, want to smile back at you a little.
And he approaches, and he just goes, "My lord, doth thou have a request from me?"
Merkin's kind of at a little bit of a loss for words at that. Just why are you being so formal?
It was a joke I had planned with your little stooge guy. What was it? Shiaz? He was so adamant about thinking that we were gonna get one over on him, and I was going to mess with him, all in good fun, and just kind of like
Of course.
say it's just like, oh, I'll get him for you, all in the name of but yeah. And as as Ezekiel is talking, he does not realize he is far more exhausted than he acknowledges, and his feet actually give out on him as he's standing upside down, and like he falls. And it's just like,
Merkin will go to catch him, just without even thinking it.
and succeed. Please tell me he succeeds.
I mean,
We don't have to roll for that, right?
No, we don't have to roll for this. It's just like
Okay.
this is just cutscene mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just like Zeke looks up to Merkin as he's caught, and is just thinking to himself, and it's like, I'm so lucky that you're here. We all are.
likewise. Likewise.
I know this is a new feeling for everyone in this party, but this is a feeling that Nick and I are used to quite a bit. Not every job as a mercenary has always gone our way. And this is definitely one of those feelings. This one may hurt a little more, also is way more cold this time than any other time. But what I mean is there's definitely going to be downs, and there will also be ups. And we're still here, which means that the ups are still going to come.
Thank you, Nick. No, fucking hell, Zeke. Goddamn.
You see, I'm not the
Sorry,
one who makes the mistake.
I was
Alright, it's alright.
I was
It's all right.
looking at Nick's message in the chat.
You're welcome, Lonnie.
It's alright, we understand.
No, you're welcome, Merkin.
God fucking damn it.
I think we're all a little concussed.
Everyone's ignoring me. No.
No.
Like literally earlier, it's like Alonzo. Yeah, get out of the way. I need to talk to Merkin.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Above table, what was the phrase that Zeke used again?
The phrase that I used again.
Yes. Like what
Fudge.
phrase was it? What is your what?
Oh,
Wait.
what is your request? What is thine request, my lord? What dost thou request of me?
In that case, mine request is that we rest. And
I like that idea.
no. Sorry, say again.
I like that idea.
As much as I would just as much as internally I just want to run to Shiaz's rescue without any sort of plan or preparation except the bare minimum. No. You all matter much more to me.
Oh, Merkin! And Zeke is gonna like almost look super deformed as he says that, kind of like a chibi kind of character. He's just gonna be like,
Aw.
Meanwhile, Shia's just kind of up with like his cage up into the cult camp.
and
So what the hell is that? That message from was up there?
Also, he went over 25 words, so he cast sending twice, so you get 50 words next time.
Well,
oh
shit.
snap!
Jesus, he's burning through these third level spell slots like crazy.
He's about to go to bed so he can get him back.
It's just like believe me, I understand seeing. And Zeke is just gonna look towards Nick's direction. He's gonna take a very deep breath. I want nothing more than to raise this damn town to the ground. But I know he wouldn't want me to do that. Besides, none of them are worth it anyway.
You know what? Well said. What we do for the good of all, not these people.
Exactly! If you look at the big picture and not just the small, tiny little diblet, we might actually be on the up and up. Wow.
Never heard anyone use the word tiny to describe a diblet before. I usually hear shiny.
Huh. I'll have to use that one. Maybe next time.
Above table.
I recognize it as well.
Yes. I mean, I knew you would.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's like Zeke is gonna be like, "Wow, that was incredibly mature of me." Ugh, is this what it means to be responsible? Ugh, I don't like it. I want to go back to being irresponsible.
I want to go back to being the comic one, the funny one. Everyone else
Yeah.
is so sad. I have to like
Oh,
step up.
baby.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, responsibilities feel weird.
Oh, poor baby. We'll just kind of pat his cheek a little. Just like, oh, poor baby.
Poor baby.
Poor baby. Oh boy.
Also, I'm still just reading that last message from Weza. I was like, Nick's found a fucking isekai. It's like my boyfriend turned into a soulful actor.
Oh my god.
By the way, Nick, have you still been silent as you've been having this conversation?
Yeah, no, I've been silent about this conversation, because straight up Wezo just admitted, like, hey, I'm a walking, a revive station, also a phylactery, so...
Actually, you already knew this. Well, the second part, anyway.
The phylactery part.
Yes.
Well, he knew about the phylactery part because he's seen the actual, like, cage and stuff like that. But, like, oh shit, he can potentially use his master's, like, his master's soul, essentially,
As
to
a,
revive some nobodies. And that's really cool. But it also, that might be
The fuck?
maybe not wasted on this place.
These people.
Just something to have in the back pocket.
He
Yeah,
also
I
did
guess.
say he's not sure what the hell's gonna happen to him if he does that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I think
it's like
he's-
I'm not risking Wezo for these people.
Yeah, he's
So
more.
let-
He's more valuable to us in his current state.
I just imagine since Nick has been silent this entire time, his ears have been going up and down like a typewriter. Just
Like a seesaw.
Just like flags on a ship.
yeah.
Yeah, the semaphores, I think is what they're called.
Yeah, it is semaphore, I'm pretty sure. His ears are just moving so fast and so frequently that it's just he's semaphoring out the sending as he's like hearing it.
No one's talking to Alonso, so he just is watching these ears like, what's happening? Is he having a stroke? Do I need to heal him again?
Is he having a stroke?
Bane's non's having a strong
It's-
confidence.
Zeke chimes in. It wouldn't be the first time he's had a stroke. Oh boy.
What? That's not something you just say.
Well, let's say we've been on this job a while, okay? I've had to perform CPR once or twice or 17 times before, but it's whatever.
Listen.
I saved Nick by giving him CPR. I saved Nick by giving him CPR.
Oh my god. But I mean, listen, I wasn't always good at discerning what berries are good to eat out in the field. That's why I make my
Yeah.
own berries now.
Yeah, believe it or not,
Okay,
he used
fair.
to make bad berries. Ooh man.
You swore you would never bring that up.
Okay, fine. Jeez, I figured with you nearly on your almost kind of not but really sort of kind of deathbed, and us cold and broken as shit, you wouldn't mind me saying it out loud.
Well, I do. Also, Wezo's been texting me.
Wait, what?
Oh,
So that's what you've been doing.
Yeah. It turns out he still down in Dogan's Hole. Just checking up on us after the blizzard. I've been catching him up on what happened. Turns out Wezo can revive people.
He's like one of those things, the weird people that
Necromancer.
work with the skeletons. Yeah, there we go.
Well, he's talking more like he can siphon off some of the phylactery energy in his body to revive some people, but he doesn't know what'll happen to him. I'm not really for that, though.
no. Plus, I don't think the people in this town would want to do that because he was their first escapee, remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Roll me a insight check, real quick, Nick, with advantage.
Insight the fury that's coming from Dogan's Hole right now.
Shh, honey, that is log.
12. The best that you can guess as to why Wezo would be willing to do this, the best theory that you can think of is so he could stick it to East Haven.
I mean, yeah, that kind of just lorded over them that he brought some of them back and just
Sorry.
have a life debt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I told him that some of the people were kind of helped the cult, so maybe not worth reviving. Maybe if we can find maybe an innocent person that deserves didn't deserve getting chopped the way they did.
You don't think Chewinka's that out there, did you?
No, they're elemental beings. They probably just got swept away in the blizzard.
Oh, thank goodness.
Roll me a Arcana check, Wezzo. Or not Wezzo, fucking, Ezekiel.
Why would you do this to me? You know I'm dumb.
Wezzo down at Dongan's hole like, what the fuck was that?
Natural 20.
What the fuck?
You've been around Chewinkas for a very long time, and in
Now,
some
yeah.
ways, they've definitely become a part of your character in a way.
Oh, 2000%.
You wouldn't have learned it academically, but you get an innate sense that due to their elemental nature, you can't really kill an elemental just like that. You would have to, like, destroy them on their plane. And you know that Chewingas, this is, being in the real world where you're at right now is not their home plane. So, like, theoretically, you could quote-unquote kill a Chewinga, in this plane, but you wouldn't be killing them, you would just be sending them back to, whatever elemental plane that they originated from.
Yeah,
make
but
them go
arrow
home.
in the sky, I would still be sad.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You can
Okay, I'm
still
glad
be
they're fine.
sad, and the Chewingas will obviously appreciate it. But meanwhile, they're just back at home, just like, aw.
Very, very, very sad, very sad, Fall Guy bean sounds. Exactly. Zeke is finally gonna get his dumb butt off of Merkin's gloriously chiseled arms and going to hobble over to the bed and just flop onto it. Ugh.
You didn't have to
Alright.
get up, but alright.
Yeah, but I want you to rest too.
I mean, drug. Because I don't want to say it. Where the fuck is this? Hold on. Where's the glowing?
I would love nothing more than to hit the long rest button so I could see my 9 HP go back up.
Oh boy.
I'm worried that some random schmuck is gonna come and be like, "We should have killed you," and we can't defend against it.
Boy.
Maybe we could take watch if you want.
No, I'm too tired to be in mortal fear of my life.
That's one hell of a sentence.
I want us all to rest comfortably, as if nothing was going on in the world, at least for just tonight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Aha, there we go.
Alright, so everybody is good to take their long rest now?
Yep.
Alright, oh,
No, that was a gasp of happiness.
oh, okay. Yeah, everybody go ahead and, take your long rest.
Oh, sweet Fraptious Day. I'm not dying.
Alright.
anymore.
So I forget, when does...
Mhm.
So I forget, when does that, aid go away? Or
Uh,
whatever it was that was
the
boosting our,
Aid
like...
lasts for 8 hours, so
Okay, that's
your long rest would have taken it away.
Oh, and above table, as a person who doesn't know, would my temp HP from heroism also disappear when my install disappears?
Yes.
Gotcha, okay.
Well, the temp HP doesn't go away, but you wouldn't be replenishing it like every single.
Oh, okay. So,
Every
but
single
if it
down.
was never knocked down, as it turns off, I would still have 5 temp HP?
Yes. The
Oh,
only
okay,
way you
cool.
lose temp HP is if you would take damage or you take a long rest.
Which we
Oh,
just did.
fudge, which we
So
just did. All right. Goodbye, Overshield.
Yeah. Alright. You take a extremely long rest, actually, because you actually ended up going to bed around, like, 5 or 6 in the afternoon. So it was a very, very long rest, so to speak.
Yeah,
Um,
it's 24 hours is now the afternoon of the next day. Imagine.
yeah.
The next day.
You all wake from your long rest. What do you do?
you know, I have to pick my spell, so pick someone else first.
Well, the floor is open.
I say Nick had a nightmare during his long rest.
Oh no.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
yeah?
It was a, basically before he was adopted by his paladad.
Oh no.
Back
Oh,
when
man.
he was still in back in the Yawning Portal's old dungeon beneath Waterdeep. The little goblin village that resides in there that acted as a merchant's, as a kind of a market in a way, as he remembers the feeling of the adventurers getting rowdy, upset about some price haggling over some bullshit, and then the pandemonium happening as goblins scatter to the wind as these adventurers just go on a killing spree.
Oh.
Um, I'll say, for roleplay's sake, roll me a wisdom save as you wake up.
5.
You wake up frightened for a good minute.
I'll say
Like-
the last thing Nick remembers seeing during that nightmare is after he's ran away from the village alone and isolated in this dungeon. He's backed into a corner by the elemental, a weird sand wraith-like creature creeping up towards him as his back is to a wall at a dead end.
And as it attempts to deal the final blow, you wake up.
Does Nick shriek or make a sound when he wakes up, or is it just a short breath?
A short breath, but for a solid 10 minutes during this, he's frozen. His body is tense, his heart's hammering in his chest, and he's gripping the pillow with a death grip as he is trying to ground himself. Because every time he has this nightmare, it still hurts.
As trauma tends to do.
After a brief moment, Nick will finally kind of pull himself out of the sheets, wipe away the scared sweat that he was, probably pulling inside the sheets. And first thing in the morning, he will look around his friends and see that they are relatively healed up. He's going to snap his fingers gently as a small little flame appears, and everyone gets their temporary hit point boost again.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh.
Everybody temporarily increase your max by 5. I wish there was a way to do that easy in Roll20, but nope.
Yeah, really.
Me.
I mean, for the sake of this, I plan on doing this every morning.
Oh, nice.
Oh, bless you.
So for the majority of the day, like everyone's HP.
That's different spell.
I mean, we got a rogue, a wizard, and a druid. And while Lonnie probably has a decent hit point pool, we very clearly need more HP.
I have 66 with your aid.
Not only a rogue, but a rogue with 0 con.
I get by.
He does.
Like
With a little help from his
a,
friends.
a majority of the time, these fools can't even hit me. They got really lucky yesterday.
Yeah, I will say, con should never be a dump stat. I will say that much.
Yeah,
Which is
It's
why
literally
I
help-
think they should just remove the con stat altogether.
it's literally helpful to every fucking class.
It is, and that's why it feels more like a cancer than it does like a useful stat.
But then what would you roll against poisons and stuff like that? It's
That's what I would make the stat be, like a universal, almost like a CC resist kind of stat.
Tenacity.
tenacity.
Yeah, kind of like
Ooh.
tenacity, yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Because it's like, it doesn't make sense, like, flavor-wise, for a wizard or a sorcerer to be, like, super healthy of body, right?
I mean, unless they're playing a Abjuration Wizard and they like to use life transfer a lot.
Yeah, like, if they want to do that, they should do it because they want to, and not because you're gaming for the extra HP. You know?
But yes, as Nick snaps his fingers, just that little act alone rises Ezekiel off from the bed, and he immediately puts the armor on, puts his mage armor on, and his hand turns into a giant maw. It's like, where are they?
Oh no.
Zeke, calm down. It's just me.
Oh my god, okay. And before he decides to quote unquote power down, he takes a second to think and breathe and go, focus. I am not gonna be exposed. And he's trying his hardest to think about being like he was 2 seconds ago, asleep in his clothes like a normal person in the freezing cold. And as the mage armor is coming off, he finds himself completely exposed again. It's like, ah, damn it!
Nick just gets a face full of that ass.
Yeah.
I'll figure this out eventually.
Yep, eventually.
He goes over to his bag again, and it's like, please be in here.
What are you looking for?
His clothes.
My clothes.
Yeah.
They always go to the bag.
I'm afraid. The way John said that, there's going to be a moment in this session or any other future one where suddenly the clothes are no longer going to be in that bag.
I mean, it was your character choice, not mine.
Yep. And I wouldn't trade this quirk for anything. This is funny.
Says the character who's actively trying to get rid of it, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Alright.
Spells.
Mhm.
Alright, we've slept long enough. Lonnie, Merkin.
Hmm?
Grab your things. We gotta be going into town.
Just nods.
Let's get a damage report when we see going to town.
Should we just go to the speaker first?
That
He's
sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah, probably best. He'll probably have a better report of what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask this last night, but did Shiaz say anything in front of everybody?
What do you mean?
Oh, this is in character. Okay.
Yeah, it's like he didn't say like, "Oh, you guys saved me from being burned. So I'm gonna save you guys now," and then everyone knows that we are the ones who.
No, he didn't say anything like that. He just said, "I'm the one you want. Take me. Don't hurt them." I think.
Though I did actively try to stop him.
Yeah,
But they-
his specific. Yeah,
I mean, they don't know what that means.
yeah. His specific words were, "I started all of this by hiding."
Hmm.
So, yeah,
He didn't implicate us.
yeah.
Alright. That being said, we still probably want to keep that under our hats.
Yeah.
Nick will kind of fluff up his hair, kind of go, ow, damn it. As he kind of spots that some of it has a little bit of kind of a patchwork, like clear signs of frostbite on some of his ear. It's like, ow, god damn it.
Oh,
You'll get used to it.
you were really out of it yesterday. I didn't want to mention it. And Zeke is going to gesture to where his upper lip is, and it's like,
He'll go. He'll feel that his mustache is maybe just a little bit thinner.
That's the compromise.
I'll work with that, sure.
It's a little bit thinner.
A little bit thinner.
Ah,
So since you're
this one's damn it, this one's broken. He takes off the fake mustache
Oh no.
and puts a new fresh one on.
No. Enough with the mustache. He's fine.
Zeke is like, no one will ever know. Trust me.
it
Alright.
works every time.
Works every time. Alright, for real, let's set out and
Okay, what is it that everybody does as they head out?
Well, let's go to the speaker first so we can get a damage report.
All right. As you head out, you see that people are like still searching around the place. There are definitely efforts from the guards as well as other handymen in town trying to repair damage. But there is a plethora of villagers that are like wandering around trying to find people that are missing. Alonso, you saw this earlier, but now that you are within range, I'll go ahead and let you roll perception to pick up on some of these conversations.
19. Actually, I'm going to guidance myself to get over 20. So,
Sure.
20.
All right, exactly 20. You hear a plethora of like. I'll put it to you like this: there are 3 different parts to the conversations that you're hearing. One is definitely like the grief of what just happened. Just a ton of damage just happened, and a lot of lives were lost today. Or yesterday, rather. The second thing is definitely sort of a sense of, like, confusion. Like, they, the things that they are talking about is specifically is, like, people have gone missing. And they specifically keep saying missing over and over and over again. Missing, not murdered, missing.
Huh.
And the reason why they specify that over and over is because the third thing that you pick up is a lot of, like, betrayal and deception. You hear some of the conversations talk about how, like, the prisoner revealed themselves, the sacrifice will probably happen now. Why are there people missing?
Oh.
And you quickly put 2 and 2 together that they were probably just here yesterday, to basically punish the town by kidnapping a good amount of the villagers to essentially be like a forceful like debt repaid and with interest.
Mhm.
And you get the sense of the betrayal of like, but we did everything right and this happened.
It takes Alonso every ounce of willpower to be like, "Well, how about that? The fucking evil cultists that are making the endless winter didn't follow through on their promises. Wow! Who could have fucking seen that coming?" But he doesn't because he has restraint.
Zeke is just like, it feels colder today than normal.
Yeah. But I will definitely.
Everyone here has grown numb to the cold to the point where when there's something colder, it really sticks out.
It's like, ooh, I could feel it, and it feels weird.
Alonso definitely has that bullet loaded as some evidence against what the townspeople are doing when we talk to the speaker and stuff like that.
All right.
But I
Yeah.
will say, is I mean I heard it also. I'll tell the party as we're like walking. I'll like whisper to them. It's like, hey, a lot of other people in town have gone missing, not murdered. They said so. I do wonder if they needed a bunch of people for some sort of ritual. So
Interesting.
maybe there
That's-
actually is some time to maybe go after them and investigate the Duergar here in town.
I think the Durgar aren't going to be moving anywhere. They've set up an operation over the lake. I don't think they'll make a move just yet until they find what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But this takes our immediate attention. We can't afford to allow these people allow whatever the cultists are trying to do go full through.
Mm-hmm. Wish I could stop yawning. Fuck.
Know the
No,
feeling?
I get it.
It'd be that way.
Also, earlier I rolled for Wheel and Woe. I got Wheel today, so yay.
Yarr.
I will say also, is it still Zeke that has the highest charisma of us all?
Chad
would
should.
assume so.
You darn right.
So, when it comes to persuasion, I have a +8.
Oh, then.
Or
as
excuse
we
me,
get-
+7. Sorry, I was looking at perception.
I have a +8.
Well, either or then would be fine. As we get closer to the speaker's house, you know, knowing that we're gonna probably have to like bandy words with him, Alonzo will get a little closer to Nick and pat him on the shoulder and cast Enhance Ability and give you advantage on charisma checks.
Above table, what exactly do you think is going to happen? Like, what do you think you are preparing for?
The speaker to be mad that we failed, and we're gonna have to like tell him to shove off, and we're gonna still help him because fuck you. So do you want me to take my spell back because that's not what's gonna happen?
I mean, no. I'm just asking you because I wasn't expecting that.
It's best to be prepared.
Yeah. Or you know, in case other people try to step up to us.
Mm-hmm. All right.
yeah.
You arrive back at the speaker's house. Handwave, you know, going through the reception and whatnot, because you would have talked with him before, so they would know that you specifically have some sort of relationship with him at this point. You go into his office and you just see Speaker Danif Whalen at his desk, almost just sort of like paralyzed. Like he is just sitting in place with his hands, buried in his face, and is just like sort of breathing a little bit haggardly.
Speaker. Nick will knock.
He will look through the fingers of his hands covering his face, and as soon as he sees you all, he immediately looks away, but he does not stop you from coming inside.
Look away in shame, or
Yes.
Let's skip to the good part, I suppose. What's the damage report? We're here to provide help as best we can, but I figured we'd get a better layout. Yes.
By the way, I'd like to... well, okay, I'll let him talk about it. He is... he is going to give you all a long pause, and he is going to say, I will, he'll say about 15 to 20% of all buildings have either been destroyed or damaged. 85% of them are specifically businesses, which suggests that they're targeted attacks. In addition to that, we recorded about 15 slain, and another 20 have gone missing and without being reported on. Their fates are currently unknown.
Is it 15 dead, 20 MIA?
Yeah, 20 are missing.
These numbers are not final, mind you. He still has his hands buried, by the way, this whole time.
It was definitely a calculated attack. That's much for certain. The captain of the guard, do you know of what happened to their child?
Their child has grown sick with hypothermia, but with adequate time in bed, they will make a full recovery.
That's good.
Don't switch to healing slot, yay. So I was like, damn it, fine, I'll rest so. We'll make a full recovery. Hell yeah, yay.
We're planning on doing a little bit of work here in town, but afterwards, we're going to be chasing after the cultist. In the last bit of the fight, I managed to get a feel of where they were heading. I believe there's an encampment just outside of town to the east.
He still remains silent.
Look at us. Why won't you look at us?
He removes his hands, and you see bloodshot eyes, and copious amounts of smeared, halfway dried water on his face.
Did they take one of yours?
No. No, I'm unmarried. I trust you're here for something besides a damage report.
No, that's all we're here for.
I see.
Unless there's something you want to say.
You first, if you have something to say.
Very well, then I'll say this much. Nick is going to walk up to him and slam his hand on the table. Get up. I know you're stressed. I know you're dealing with a lot right now. But your people need you right now.
He's gonna give you a very long look as soon as you say the words, "Your people need you." As he will look at you and say, "With all due respect, you know they haven't wanted me in a very long time."
Then go
I
prove them
know.
wrong.
The one thing that will change their minds is if the rhyme suddenly disappears, and that's why they've done everything in their power to go along with the cult. And, well, this is the first time that hasn't really worked out for them. In their minds, anyway.
What was the plan here? Were you just gonna keep murdering strangers into town?
I thought I told you already that wasn't my choice.
But you're the speaker. You speak for all of them.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll something.
Ooh. Conscientious thoughts are being made.
Natural 20. Alright.
Oh,
You see him, like, let out a deep inhale, but then he steadies himself as he's going to say, I've only met you 2 times now, so I'll say this with respect. Ever since that cult has made their presence known, I have basically been a prisoner of my own town in spirit. The only reason that they haven't tried to kill me or depose me or do anything regarding the government of this town is because I did everything in my power to speak for them. You said it yourself. I speak for them, and their voices wanted to go along with this. Whatever goblin murdered those people outside of town, I let them try to execute this person out of principle. Everything else, besides that, I would be powerless to stop. If I try to have cooler heads prevail, I would be dead, and East Haven would devolve further into chaos. So, I did what I thought was right for the time being. And I understand that's not what you want to hear right now, but I did what I thought was the best choice available. And well, it's pretty clear that isn't going to be enough anymore.
We're not here to fault you for survival. Surviving is never evil. It's not pretty sometimes. But right now, you're the center pillar of this town. You're the leader, whether you like it or not, whether they like it or not. They need action, they need direction. And more than anything, you have to make it clear to them. The cult is not going to be on their side, no matter how much they sacrifice, no matter how many bodies they set to the pyre. They're just going to take and keep taking more and more until there's nothing left. This winter never ends. Not until you learn to fight back and prove to them that you're not easy pickings. The 10 Towns is not alone. Help is coming. But you have to stand together.
Roll me a persuasion check. Now,
With advantage.
oh yeah, because it's sensibility. Now, before you do anything, here are not necessarily the stakes, but what you can get out of it. The DC is a 15. On a 20, you are gonna get something extra. On a 25, you're gonna get something really cool out of this.
Guidance. Boop. I'm just like,
So-
yeah, boop.
So roll guidance first.
Okay. 4.
Alright, so it is a plus 11 to this roll. On a 10, just for rolling a 10, you get the bare minimum. On a 14, wait. 9 plus... on a 9, you get the bare minimum. On a 14, you get something more. On a natural 19 or 20, you get the really good part.
Come on, here we go.
And you are rolling with advantage.
So
14.
14.
That is going to be an 18.
I rolled a fucking 7 on the die.
Yeah, at least got something.
Alright, so you see Danif turn his eyes towards the side, towards a rack on the shelf. You see what are essentially like a row of taxidermied heads. One is an elk, another is like a lynx, another actually seems to be almost like a yeti's head almost. And all of it surrounding a circle is a medium-sized, what almost kind of looks like a musket. As Danith will eventually say, I am too old to take matters into my own hands. So, for all intents and purposes, I am still under your debt. Despite everything, we have eyewitnesses that you helped. Even after everything that happened, you helped. Even after, for all intents and purposes, this town rejecting you every step of the way, you still helped. And so, it's clear that I can't help you, but I will do everything in my power to keep the peace while you do whatever it is you think is necessary.
Oh, so we did roll an 18 with my guidance.
Yeah, 18.
Okay. Sorry, I just made he sounded
I
kind of
said the
defeated, like,
DC was 15.
I'm trying to say it sounded like he actually wasn't gonna do anything, but
It's
whatever.
okay.
Go on.
We're good. Yeah. With that in mind, Nick will give a nod. And sometimes that's all we can do. You're doing your best. And that's all anyone can ask of you.
Now, any last call for that persuasion?
I mean, if you're letting us all give a chance at it.
Same DC applies.
I mean,
I already gave it a shot. I don't think I can roll twice.
I only have a +1, so.
Okay.
Nope.
Now,
Just-
here's
it's
what I'll say. Alonzo,
Yeah.
do you want to guidance Ezekiel?
Hell yeah, guidance Ezekiel.
You need a 2 to get to 25.
Hell yeah, 3.
Alright, Ezekiel, what do you do?
How do you help us out here?
Good with the serious stuff.
Another bat Chad. In action.
Well,
Yeah.
I beat 2 speakers already. What's another one, right?
You got this.
Zeke is going to look at the speaker and approach him with Nick, and he is just gonna say, I'm not so great at being a leader type person. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Hell, I'm not so great at even being a part of a team. My track record would definitely tell you that from the experiences that I've had. But I know that there are people, old people, little people, even the strangers that come in, they all count on people like you, people who are supposed to know things, are supposed to be smarter, stronger, better in some ways. But as a speaker, never think that you have to do all of this by yourself. That the council of your people, of even that lady that sits outside, they all matter. Their voice matters. Even the tiny things that you do matter. There was a guy who died last night, and we tried to take the time to bring him back to life because he matters. We try to protect the captain's son because he matters. Even if we don't matter to all of you, know that we do what we do because you all matter.
He
And
is
that's all
going
Zeke is gonna say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's going to give you a long look, and strangely enough, it almost like earlier you were talking about how like, it felt cold when Alonzo was like being catty on the way over. uh you suddenly feel another wave of that cold come from Speaker Whalen of all people, as he will look at you and say, "So you still think I matter?"
Yeah, yesterday was a very heavy day for everyone involved. I watched my best friend nearly die in front of me. And I thought for a second that everything we did didn't matter. But we're still here. He's still here. You're still here. We matter. And you matter.
Well then, there's only one way to find out. And he is going to slowly get up from his chair, and he is going to walk towards you. What is Ezekiel's like height when he's not shifting?
5'11.
5'11. He is going to walk straight up face to face to you. Roughly the same height. You're probably like an inch taller than him. And he is going to very, like, blankly look towards you. And then all of a sudden he's going to say, "I want you to slap me as hard as you can."
Eh?
Zeke is gonna open his mouth, not say anything, and then he's going to very, very tentatively whisper, "Are you absolutely sure?"
As soon as you say that, he immediately grabs you by the scruff and he yells, "Do it!"
And as soon as he does, Zeke listens to him and he very aggressively opens his palm and he slaps this guy across the face.
All right, I'm not going to make you roll to hit or roll damage. What I want you to do is I want you to roll me a performance check with advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Roll severity. No.
Oh god, no, please.
All right, 20. Is it just straight up like all palm, or does like any claw get in on this?
No, no, so my original thought was gonna be to transform specifically my hand with mage armor and slap him, but I'm like, you know what? No, let me not do that. Let me not kill this man. let me not kill this man. He's just going to open palm, full open palm, slap.
All right. Remind me, what is your strength score again?
My strength score, as Speaker Trovis can attest. Yes. Two.
+2. All right. But what is the total stat number?
15.
15. All right. You give in to his request and slap the absolute dog shit out of him. And he immediately, like, collapses backwards. I'm going to say, as he like falls backwards, you've definitely like got a little bit of his nose, and so as he's laying there, sort of like unscrambling his brain, you see that there is like a tiny little trail of blood going down his nose. But as he recombobulates himself and stands back up, he is going to reach a hand down to where his nose is bleeding, gathers it on his thumb, and he is going to immediately lick the blood off of his thumb.
Ugh.
As he will say, "You may go on with the rest of your day. I'm going to arrange a public speech."
Oh.
And
Zeke
he
is-
says that with somehow, like, the most subtle, menacing tone that you've ever heard as he says that.
Zeke
Going
is
to
gonna
range
put
a pub.
2 thumbs up and give me like, awesome.
You're going to arrange a public speech. You assaulted the speaker.
Oh no!
No.
No.
I will say, everybody can go ahead and roll insight if they wish.
Roll inside this insight.
Oh boy, another 12.
21.
21,
Funny.
22.
Nick is famous for this. Insight.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It's okay, boss man. We're
Alonso
2
and
halves of a
Merkel.
whole idiot.
Oh no.
So I'll say, Ezekiel, you get this first. With how calm yet menacing his tone is, obviously speaking, because he specifically asked you to slap the shit out of him, it is not anger, is what this is. You get this, you get the sense that
This man found his balls.
More than that.
Man found his
more
balls.
than that.
Oh.
More than that, actually.
Found his
shit.
dick, too.
So, Zeke, you've seen this kind of face before, especially in your line of work. In your line of work, when you're working with all sorts of unsavory types, people who are in shady crime organizations, people who are, like, hitmen for hire, people who are, essentially, like, get into all sorts of, like, super dirty jobs. There is an adage in your line of work where it's like, fear the old man in a profession where the young die soon.
Yeah.
And so you quickly learn in your line of work that, like, every single one of your contacts, like any of the criminal bigwigs, like mafia leaders and stuff like that, who give you these jobs, you know that deep down there is a beast that is allowed to lie dormant for whatever reason. It could be that they have essentially, like, retired from work. It could be that their mind is more in places that don't involve immediate danger, but you know that the beast never really fully leaves a person once they've obtained it. They just go dormant. And with a 12 insight, you get a feeling that you have awakened something very dormant. Alonso and Merkin, on the other hand, you quickly see a change in his posture, as you quickly realize that with just from taking a look at him, as well as, just the context clues of the things around his office, the taxidermied head, the musket, all that sort of stuff, this guy is 100% a retired adventurer.
Oh shit.
Oh. He has seen some shit.
As he will just look to the rest of you and say, "Carry on. You'll know when it starts."
As he
Nick will.
continues to have his thumbs up, and it's just be like, and walking his way to the door.
It's so stupid that Nick doesn't catch this because he straight up lived with
Yeah,
adventurers.
Nick. If anything, your thought is, "Oh shit! Did Zeke do something he shouldn't have?"
Oh no.
I mean, he literally asked him, so you know, he did it.
I did do it. I did do it.
Nick will simply give a nod, seeing that Dan is getting his shit together, and says, "All right, come on, gang, let's
Okay.
exit out."
Right.
I guess let's go check our blacksmith that has potentially Nick's sword.
Oh yeah, Brutus.
Brutus.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff was the businesses that were attacked, so hopefully his blacksmith shop isn't fucked. He was preparing for an attack, though.
That's true. Yeah.
That is true. He was.
You head on over to Brutus's blacksmith shop again, and there is definitely some kind of like burn damage on the place. There have been like boards that have been hammered down there. You don't think it's like all the way finished, but whatever repairs have been done will suffice for the time being.
Hello.
Nick will give a
I
knock and enter.
roll. I would like for somebody to go ahead and roll me a luck check. Just
sure.
flat d20.
I'll do it. Flat d20, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
9. You roll. You roll a 9. You open the door. You don't hear a response.
He knocks twice, knock knock, and he's like, "Big beefcake Brutus, you in here?"
Mm.
No response.
Damn, I thought that would get him for sure. All right.
I mean, it's gotten repairs, so I imagine he has to be here.
Does
good
anybody open the door?
Nick will open the door since he's the one with business here.
Great.
Well, I'll notch the door and I'll push it open with my staff, just like
Yeah.
"Grr."
As you open the door, the door is unlocked. Whatever indicators that the place is open show that they're open. However, you don't see Brutus himself, but Alonso, since you were the one who got a first look, roll me perception.
With advantage. 15.
15. You notice that there are several different weapons like swords, daggers, short spears, and whatnot that are. There's like a whole shelf that has fallen onto the floor, and next to it is a trail of blood leading behind the counter.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
Oh no.
Is it fresh blood?
Looks relatively fresh.
Oh.
Shit. Racing in to see what happened.
You look over the counter and you see Brutus with several different bandage wraps over. I'll just say for shits and giggles, when you first met Brutus, he definitely had like a vest, with no shirt underneath, so it was like all abs out. So when you see Brutus on the floor here, you see that there are like several different bandage marks on him, and like one that is like more bright red than the others, as he seems to have just passed out.
Shit. Lonnie.
Hmm?
He's
Oh.
looking a little rough.
Can I roll a medicine check so I don't have to waste my spell slots?
Sure.
Cool, I will guidance myself. Nice.
16.
Well, with guidance,
Well, yeah, go.
it's
19. You quickly roll him over. You realize that, whatever wounds that he had, received had been, treated already. Like, that's what the wrappings are for. However, looking at the bandages, the one that is more bright red, you get the feeling that a wound reopened at a really inconvenient time, and the blood loss caused him to pass out.
So he was working too hard when he should have been resting. Most likely.
If you don't
Most
want to,
likely.
if you don't want to waste a spell slot, I can just cast Good Berry and force feed him one hit
I
point.
got a 19 on medicine. That can help him.
Yeah. I'll say with a 19, what is it that you do to stabilize him? Or at least, like, get him back to being conscious.
We find the first aid kit in his store, and I just redo his bandages and stuff like that, and get him like
We can use my
with
healer's
like,
kit.
with Zeke's and Nick's help, we get him like into like his armchair in the back or something like that, somewhere like
Yeah.
comfortable where he can like wake up.
Alright. You basically bring him to the back room. You see all of his blacksmithing equipment, as well as like 2 different vanity mirrors.
Oh.
Which is weird because that's not something that you would see in a forge, but they're there. But you resuscitate him back to consciousness in his chair as he comes back awake and goes, "Ugh, what happened? Oh, fuck.
Seems as though
Hey,
you.
Brutus.
Oh, hey, hot stuff. Did you wake me up?
Looks over to Nick and Alonso. They did. I helped, but they did most of the work.
Looks like you pushed yourself a little too hard there.
Yeah, your wounds reopened.
Sorry about that. He's gonna look over to Zeke and say, "Sorry, I don't think I'm in any position to have sex with you right now, but that's fine. You can take the rapier. Just leave payment there."
Oh, absolutely. You rest. Losing you would be a treasure that nobody wants to have happen.
You want to try that again?
Listen, it's a cruel, cold, Brutusless world, and I don't want that to happen. What I mean to say is that we need Brutus here, okay?
He does look very sad that, like, you are all seeing him like this, as, like, already he is trying to, like, stand himself up.
Oh,
Oh, no.
easy
Oh,
there.
down boy.
What? No, it's fine. You took care of the wound. I can finish other people's orders.
You can. That doesn't make it smart.
Listen,
mhm.
there's no point in you working yourself to death. This winter will do that for you. You need your beauty rest. Have a good berry.
He will just very nonchalantly just take it and just nope, just one gulp.
And you are healed for 1.
Yep. He's now at 2 hit points.
Damn, dude.
Uh,
Chew.
Uh, he he is going to he's just still stubborn about it. He's just gonna try and at least try and get up from his chair.
How about this? If the orders that you're trying to place are bigger than silverware, you shouldn't do it.
Roll me a
Pretty
insight
kettles.
check.
14?
14. You get the impression that it's like him working on. You get the impression that like him working on something is what's helping him distract himself from something else.
Ah.
And that he is desperate to get some kind of distraction from whatever this was.
You alright, man?
Yeah, of course. I'm up. I've finished everyone's order. By the way, little guy, I finished your cutlass.
Is that Nick?
Yeah.
Is Greg here?
Did
Way to
that.
go.
Yes,
Gray?
yes, I'm here. It was Nick was like, yes.
Damn, you did that all last night? Shit, you really are the man.
I have a reputation to keep.
I mean, did you work during the attack last night?
I got into a scuffle with one of those sons of bitches. I managed to slice their head off, but then they just turned into fucking mist. And then I just I tried to go out and help other people, but I was just losing blood, and so I just wrapped myself up and kind of just passed out after that. And then I woke up because there was a hole in the wall, the damage that was done to the shop, so I couldn't really save anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you took out one of those bastards. It's more than... That's one less person that could have gotten hurt. So don't sell yourself too short.
Zeke looks over to Brutus and is like, don't lose the plot. You are the man.
That's what I'm trying to be right now, man. I got a job to do. People are counting on me. For all I know, I could be the only shop in town left that hasn't been blown to shit.
Yes,
The only
but
way
if
that I'm gonna...
yes, but if something happens to you, who's gonna take care of you and your perfectly chiseled chin?
I will say, go ahead and roll an insight, Zeke.
20.
Sweet. 20. You think this guy is on the verge of a breakdown?
Oh no.
I could feel it. All of those emotions. Oh god, it's like I'm looking into a mirror.
Oh no.
Hug him.
It's just like very tentatively, very, very tentatively, without trying to hurt the man. Ezekiel is just going to embrace him, and he's just gonna say, I can feel it. There's something that you're not telling us, and that's okay. Because deep down, I think I know what it is.
Your strength is 15, right?
My strength is 15, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I will say that without even having to shift, you see him try to like wrestle his way out of your grip. As you know, he's just like, "Hey, let go of me! I got a job to do. You're not the only ones who need my help. I gotta help somehow. I sure as hell didn't do it yesterday. I couldn't really." And he just sort of like loses his words for a second, and then like gets frustrated that he is now all of a sudden so flustered that he can't make sentences, until eventually he just like buries his face in your scruff and yell at the top of his lungs. And
It's okay.
he just holds it there, and he just lets the tears flow.
Brutus, I understand. More than you probably realize.
He can't even make words. He's just full blown like sobbing into your chest.
Above table, it is so hilarious that I recently watched How to Train Your Dragon 3, because there is a moment where one of the characters just goes, "It's okay, sob into my fully grown, realized beard." And right now, Zeke is just like, just, the floof is your friend.
The floof
Just
is
let
your
it all
friend.
out.
The floof is good. It's great. It's
It's
welcome.
warm.
It's warm.
Yes.
It's warm.
Listen, everything is frigid right now. Warm is a comforting thought.
uh, the one time he does like get a chance to say anything from just pulling away from your scruff, he, you know, sniffs his nose and say like, I really hope there isn't a day where we don't have to start sacrificing Worf.
Well, that's why me and my boys are here. To make sure that you guys don't have to sacrifice anything again. Whatever it takes.
He finishes crying. He seems out of breath, and he finally allows himself to just sort of like stumble back towards the chair that you resuscitated him on, as after a long series of breaths, he's just gonna say, shit, I don't want to close the store for tonight.
Look at it this way. If you close it tonight, then sometime down the road you won't have to close it as often as you would like to now. Because I'd rather have a closed shop than one less Brutus in the world.
Aww.
Because, Brutus, you're a good guy.
You really mean that, buddy?
And it's just like, yeah, look at me. I may not have eyes, but Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Like, I don't know if you've seen yourself, but you are like built like two ginormous sleds.
You want to try it again?
He just looks over to Nick and is like, I know what I said, shut up. Listen, the amount
God,
of
I'm-
things that you pull, that you deal with on a daily basis, is miles harder than anything you've had to deal with, even yesterday. You are here. That has to mean something, damn it. Okay?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Guidance.
Come on,
I've-
having a moment.
I've always been good at these.
Roll 11.
Oh,
Oh, number
Uh,
11.
11. He's just like he if anything, if he's taking comfort more so in the fact that it's like you are talking to him and you are like perpetuating his ego, or at the very least trying to, and he appreciates the thought so much. Like he is this is not in vain, so to speak.
Oh, thank
gas
as
him up. You know
he-
how it is.
like
well, no,
you're not
but I'm
like
being
yeah.
legit. Like, as a blacksmith,
Man.
he is like one of the quintessential pillars of this town.
Yeah.
And him being here, it looks over to Brutus. You being here means more to the people of this town than anything right now.
He looks at you with like the most like he is like ripped, he's jacked, he is, every ounce of like fucking you know
Dude, bro.
God, I can't believe I have to say this, but I completely forgot the Shark Boy's name
Shark
from
boys.
Hell of a Boss.
Oh, Chaz.
Yeah,
Chaz.
he has like all of the Chaz energy in the world, and yet he looks at you with like the saddest, most pathetic puppy dog eyes as you are like giving him like, this pep talk, as he says like, I want to make out with you so bad, but I don't want to give you anything half-assed.
Well, you can give him
Well,
full
now-
ass later.
We'll have our time
Aye.
together. I promise you that.
But yeah, just pulling away for a second. Essentially speaking, your jobs have been finished. So you have the +1 rapier now, Zeke.
Oh, shit!
Nick, you have I believe it is the, cutlass made out of chatelaine, or what sword was it exactly?
A scimitar to be more specific, but a cutlass also works. I mean, it's a
Scimitar,
slashing.
yeah.
It's a slashing weapon that does a d6 and with the absorb elements in it.
Right.
Hey,
Uh,
and I got my
also-
saber!
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, it is a saber, specifically, but it has rapier stats.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, you are off the hook in terms of your, other obligations to Brutus later. But I will say,
No need to fulfill them right now, basically.
yeah, but I will say, I definitely think you definitely made way more of a lasting impression on Brutus because of this.
Hooray!
Above table, I'm actually really happy about this encounter.
I forget, is Brutus a human or is he a dwarf?
He
Human.
is a human.
Okay, that's what I thought. I want to make sure.
Man is like, what, 7 foot tall, I think?
I don't know about that, but.
I don't think he's like crazy tall, but he's definitely like, he's definitely a Chad.
Hey.
Social link has
There
been
you go.
acquired.
That works. That works.
Let Link go.
But yeah, this, you have definitely brought comfort to this, stupid, legerous, sometimes kind of an asshole blacksmith who, deep down, actually had some balls and wanted to save as many people as he could.
So we brought back 2 men's balls today.
Well, one of them had balls already. It's just they were injured.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll say, sorry, I'll try to cut this crying shit out in a second, but I can't really fill any orders out right now, but if you guys want to place orders for several days in advance, you could do that.
For now, just focus on resting. Though I think the speaker is going to have a big speech in a little bit.
Oh,
So maybe go check that out before you go to bed.
shit. And he'll look down towards his bandages and say, he'll look towards his own bandages and say, I might need a little bit more TLC to make the trip over there.
I give him another good berry.
Man, those things are like invigorating. Are they like packed with creatine or something?
Yes.
We just like pull
No.
it. We just draw it out
No.
with a syringe and just let us
Do
inject
not.
it in there.
They are good.
They're very good berries.
Whew, they really are good.
Turns
Alright.
to Lonnie.
I'll do my best to get over there. Everything just really hurts.
I think showing up will let people know that it's not hopeless because you managed to take one down and you have the scars to prove it.
I really hope these scars look really hot.
I'm sure they will.
Scars are always sexy.
You'll look like a true barbarian in no time.
I hope so.
Oh, there, you will.
we all just like pat his shoulders like there.
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 I try and like massage his overwhelmingly large pecs. It's like it's okay.
No, but Nick puts them to his shoulders. Like, no, not there.
Ugh, fine.
All right. So you have your blacksmith orders. Is there anything else you do in town during this period?
I guess let's check what's the most damaged building. I know there was that one building that was just completely fucked.
Yeah, I did help collapse that one, but it helped also kill 5 of the cultists, so it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the middle of fighting when that happened, but I wanted to say, Alonso, that was awesome as crap.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, we all did well. Granted, I could have adjusted my aim a little bit, but
So, just so I understand, you are just investigating the damage.
Yeah, we're just like doing a sweep around town. Whoever needs help, we'll help. Clear debris. We'll help stabilize people if there's anyone there. We'll help. We'll just help. We're helping hands.
All right. I will say in that case, everybody go ahead and... Well, first off, I will say everybody go ahead and give me a group roll, but I will ask before all of you do that, tell me how each of you individually, try to help. What is the way that you try?
I would like to roll. I guess survival and using my magic to like, help clear debris to like get people out from under debris and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Nick.
If Lonnie's going survival, uh,
I will also guidance myself, of course.
Yeah, like just tell me what you would imagine your character would be doing to help with the rebuilding effort.
I'd say Nick's probably running like what lumber needs to get to where. Would you allow me land vehicles?
Sure thing. Like, you're allowed to roll whatever. I just want you to like tell me and justify like how this roll helps.
Well,
Mhm.
I would love to roll stealth because that gives me a +11. Uh,
All right, how is stealth going to help?
it won't, which is why I'm not using it. Instead, I'm just going to use again survival. Uh, Nick is doing his best to help get things where they need to go, grab supplies from the neighboring outside for people who need either just common little fix ups, something to ease the pain or help someone uh, get warm after assumingly a very frigid night out in the cold.
Yeah, I'll say that you would have the sled. You would be using the sled to do this.
Yeah.
All right, Ezekiel.
I would be using my shifting features and my athletics to try and help pick up relatively heavy materials for those that need their items to be held in place so people can board them in once again.
All right, and Merkin.
So, I wonder if there's like an open-ish area around, or either that, or whoop, hang on, my sheet's in the way. So basically, what I would like to do is, I know it was mostly businesses that got trashed, but I imagine there's going to be like quite a few people that are probably like at the present moment homeless or needing to like take care of themselves to some extent and like have a roof over their head for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use some rubble and finally cast fucking Galder's Tower.
Ooh.
What are you gonna use Golder's Tower for?
Basically to effectively like give some of the people who have been, like what's
Homeless.
the word? Rendered homeless by this attack a place to stay for like the next day.
They can go.
And also just stress to them just like, listen, you all need to get out of this place in 24 hours. This is only going to stay here for 24 hours. But it will give you all a place to stay for the night.
And also like let them clean up and get some food and stuff too, I think.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, for that one, it will be an Arcana check. So I'll have all four of you roll whatever roll that it is that you chose to do, and I will be right back for a second because there's a popcorn kernel I'm trying to get rid of in my teeth.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright. I'll go first.
That.
Oh my fucking god.
This is going to be a very interesting description.
Oh no. That's the exact same roll. What the fuck? Okay.
Sorry, I just got frustrated and started mashing it.
Yeah. I mean, after two of the exact same roll, I do not fucking blame you.
Roll 20 is being a bitch. I guess I'll roll next. God.
I'll go with my athletics. Lovely.
Mother! What? This town's cursed, man. Let's just fucking cut our losses at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe we can convince John we have advantage somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, like, I really should not have to roll Arcana to cast a spell that I know.
Well, it's not less. It's less the spell,
Well,
more like it's the roll. Yeah.
But it's a spell I know.
I know, but it's like how effective is it at like helping the people? If that makes sense.
Yeah, there's probably Oh boy.
Yeah.
This is,
all
gonna,
right.
this is gonna be very fun to explain our way out of.
I'm gonna be like, hey, can we just have advantage because this sucks?
Hmm.
like what the fuck? Anyone got inspiration?
I fucking wish.
Yeah.
I used mine.
I think we basically all used ours, if we had any.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I like the image I forwarded to you guys. This is, as you can tell from his eloquently designed belt, he is a character from the King of Fighters series, and his name is Antonov.
Uh-huh.
His whole gimmick when he was shown off is that he is supposed to be this champion. He's supposed to be the guy that you engage against at the very end. But then, Cataclysm strikes, and you end up fighting some sort of, like, monster from a different dimension. You know how all these fighting game tournaments work.
Uh-huh.
But he parades himself around as this very charismatic, you know, wrestling champion. What ends up happening is that when everything is going to hell in a handbasket and darkness is overtaking the area, there is a lone child, and he's the one who goes to save them. And I was just like, it changes every aspect about the character because he goes from being just a, you know, like confident simpleton to a character who it has a lot more deep thought than just, being a crowd pleaser.
I'm back.
So my thought was like, oh my gosh, like Brutus and this character are very similar to each other.
It's my D&D campaign, so if I want to give the Chaz XP some depth, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Hey, John, well, it's also your D&D campaign. Can we all have advantage right now?
It's like, look at this shit.
Look at this fucking spread, man. Everyone's gonna hate us.
Yeah, we're apparently not doing our jobs well.
I'm assuming Jesse lagged for a second because I'm like,
I-
why
I-
is there 4 survival check?
I got frustrated and just smashed it.
All right.
Please don't count those nat ones. Like, fucking begging you. Like, what
So
the fuck?
here's what I'll do.
I'll suck your
Um,
dick.
Alright, Angel Dust.
I'll suck your dick for a reroll.
All right. So here's what I'll say.
Oh,
Zeke, you were very kind enough to recite what the rolls were last session. What were the
Correct.
3 numbers again?
15, 21, and 21.
All right. Out of those 3 numbers, which ones do you put in place of those natural ones?
Alonso can get 121. I'll get a 15. And Merkin can change his 10 to a 21.
Oh, so you're using all 3 of them?
Sure. Oh, wait, should it not be?
Well, I'm just asking. Well, I specifically said the nat ones.
Oh,
Well.
yeah, so it would definitely just be me and
Okay, that's
Alonso.
Yeah.
Like, which number do you not use for this?
Then I guess I'll save one of the 21s.
Gotcha.
I use 121, and I'll use the 15.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry, what is this?
it's the persuasion rules we rolled last time that we're using in place.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
It's a home roll. Let's just keep going.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
So, Alonzo and Ezekiel, because you were the ones who rolled the nat 1.
Yeah.
I would like. So, remind me, Alonzo, what is it that you are doing to help?
Using magic to like clear debris and like help look for survivors or for like people to like get into their houses and shit like that to get stuff.
Okay. I will say, and Zeke, you are shifting to help clear debris as well.
I'm holding like wood and lumber together and like stone so people can like push them and properly fit them into areas like into buildings and make like proper structures again.
So
Okay.
Zeke's helping rebuild. Alonso's helping them like
Gather
scavenge. I suppose.
supplies.
Yeah, gather and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. I will say during both of your instances,
Mhm.
there are definitely like loyalists that are very much like um they're not helping with the construction, but very much like there are definitely several arguments that are coming up. I will say with Alonso, since you are essentially looking for for survivors, you would be working hand in hand with like other members of the guard, and there are like a few members that are like getting on each other's cases about how like this wouldn't have happened if we didn't take better care of the fucking prisoner cell holdings. uh Very much like like people are on edge. People are very much like looking for someone to point the finger at, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
because they saw what happened if you try to point it towards the cult, essentially. However, because you have chosen to replace it with a 21, I will let you figure out like how that gets resolved, whether it be because of Alonso's intervention or otherwise.
Um, I'd say the ones who are being really vocal about, like, well, none of this would have happened if blah 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 blah. They suddenly find themselves stuck in the snow. Oh my god.
Just forcibly end the conversation.
Exactly. Like, no, you don't get to talk.
Fair enough.
You just blow them away, shut up.
And with a
He's like,
21, you are.
Gee, it sure is windy today, huh?
I will say, you find about, over the course of your survival check, you would have found at least, I'm gonna say, 14 people through debris. Since you're essentially working with like the proper authorities and the guard and using your own magic and whatnot, you found 4 people who are very much like either injured or just like stuck under rubble and couldn't get out. So about like I said 14, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And about like 10 of them were injured. I would say about like 5 of which were actually like young children, but
Aw.
they are alive.
Hooray! So yeah, I'm using my cantrips to like, get the ice out of the way, blow away debris, and also make warm fires for them to warm up to.
Right. Ezekiel, I will say on your end, there are, since you are attempting to try and rebuild some of the damage, there is definitely like a group of some of like the more vocal supporters of the cult of wow, I can't talk again. Cult of Oril, who are like actively either trying to prevent people from making repairs or if they can't, like antagonize them the whole while. What is it that you imagine is resolved with that?
Hearing all of the naysayers who are like, no, don't do this, they're just gonna ruin it again, or all of the constant negativity. Zeke is going to immediately he's going to man, how do I make this better? That's a really good question. His first thought is that he's going to open his lantern and release the Chewingas.
Ooh.
And
Get 'em, boys.
it's just like mini bosses over there. They have 1 HP left. No, but he's going to look to them and he's going to be like, "Hey boys, think you can lend me a hand?" And he is going to use his sway over the natural elementals of this area to try and quite literally brighten up the mood.
All right. With your replaced 15, I will say that this display from the Chewingas, essentially, sort of like, I like to imagine that it's like the Chewingas start a snowball fight with the people who are like trying to antagonize the whole process. Like they essentially like, even though their snowballs are very tiny, they can make them extremely fast. And so like, it's like how you ever watch Patapon and it's like, or just even a game of Pikmin and it's like the overwhelming, like strength of numbers is enough to just get these guys to fuck off.
Yeah.
Patapon.
Yeah, don't fuck with these guys, man.
My days of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale recognizes all of this.
Yeah, the one thing that I really liked about PlayStation All-Stars is how the stages start out as one property and then they slowly get taken over by a different one.
Yeah, it was a God of War stage, and the Patapon guys were facing off against Hades, and they either have a chance to win against Hades or lose against Hades.
Yeah, like, that shit was cool. All they had to do was just make it a Smash game and not have it be supers are the only way you win.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Wasted potential.
Yeah.
But in any case,
so that will be replaced with a 16.
Sweet.
Nick. All right.
It is actually your turn, Nick.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nick. With the 14, you are carrying supplies via the sled and the doggos. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. It's definitely chaotic on the streets because there's still people trying to like find survivors or, anything like that. But since you are definitely one of the few sleds in town that are actively trying to like help, you are eventually unimpeded enough to do a good enough job. As for Merkin with the 10, you make the tower. Where do you make it actually?
I mean, honestly, probably like some kind of hub somewhere.
Yeah.
Especially if there's like, an old building that like, we've looked through already and it's like, okay, we can effectively recycle the rubble temporarily.
Right. So like you can like gather all of the scrap and essentially make this temporarily.
Yeah.
It's a tower.
Takes me like 10 minutes though, so.
Yeah, it's a tower. You definitely make a shelter. As to whether or not you can get people to like get in, that is ultimately going to be their choice. And with a 10, that is left up in the air. But you have essentially made a place for people to go.
Hooray!
Place for people to go and get back on their feet for a bit.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just mute for 1 second, because I'm going to test something. But, while I do that, I would like to ask you all, is there anything else you want to do, before the public speech happens?
I would like to, while I'm, helping with, damage control and stuff like that, at least look out over the lake at one point, just to, see if I can spot anything.
Oh, you're looking out for the Dwergar?
Yeah, while I'm doing stuff, might as well just keeping my eyes open for that.
Okay, Nick?
Probably the same. Nick understands that we came here looking for the Durgar, essentially. That's going to have to be on hold, as we are inevitably going to have to go searching for the cultist and deal with their bullshit.
In that case, I'll say if you're doing it with Alonso, you can... Well, actually, no. He has perception with advantage already, right?
Yep.
Then I can say Alonso can give you the help action, and you can both roll with advantage.
Hooray!
Nice.
Zeke.
I am still helping with repairs and structure.
Gotcha. And Birkin.
Fuck, I blanked. What were we doing?
I'm asking... Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. Anything
Any
else?
other activities before the speech?
I mean, not really. He's probably also just gonna, help the people that have elected to stay just kind of, get settled in and all that. Just be like, hey, just
He has to explain how to turn on the shower like it's a hotel.
Oh my god.
You have to explain how to turn on the hot and cold water.
Oh no.
So this
Fair
is
enough.
a fully furnished kitchen. It has hot and cold water, respectively. How do I activate? How do you activate a faucet? Turn.
Witchcraft. Oh, it's just magic.
I mean, it literally is
Ooh,
magic.
witchcraft.
Alright.
I mean,
Mhm.
I mean, guess what? I'm a witch. Guess
Come
what?
to
I'm
think
a
of it,
clever
you
man.
do
No,
look-
I hate it.
Come to think
Get
of
it out
it,
of
you
here.
do look like that one person from earlier. I'm just kidding.
That is a good point. Hopefully no one puts that together.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Alright, so, go ahead and I will say roll both Nick and Alonso roll perception with advantage and give me 1 second.
24 and 26.
Nice.
Also,
Alright, I have something to go.
Okay.
But anyway, let's see here. 26 and 24. Alright, so you are looking for movement, right?
Yeah, just any sign of them.
Let's see. With a... Okay. Alright. You look out towards the ship. You don't really see any activity coming from the ship out in the lake. The only activity you would see are other people who are helping with the rebuilding project, gathering supplies from the docks that aren't being used because the lake is frozen.
Yeah.
But as for activity on the ship itself, you don't see anything. You don't see a hint that, someone is peeking out to look or anything like that. Nothing that you can see.
must be laying low. That blizzard was pretty gnarly.
And they heard
Yeah,
all
there's like quite a lot of snow built up on the deck.
they probably heard all the carnage outside too.
Oh yeah.
You might even say everything's gnarly. But Dora would love that.
All right. It arrives to about, I'm gonna say about 2 or 3 p.m. In the day. The rime is still high in the sky, and eventually the guards spread the word that there is going to be a public speech in town.
Hooray!
You all arrive, and there is a huge plethora of peoples who are gathering, basically the whole town, and I won't even have you roll for this. Brutus managed to make it.
Yay!
Yay!
He had to limp his way over here, but he made it.
Hopefully some of his freaking neighbors help him because like they see him out here.
Yeah, he begrudgingly accepted some help. He also still has his whole chest out, but he doesn't seem to be that affected.
The cold never bothered him anyway.
Yeah.
Of course not.
The cold just makes his
Um,
nips harder.
Oh my.
You see, I would like for everybody to roll me a perception check. This is purely for flavor, and you can join in on this if you wish. Join in on the results, I mean, but yeah.
Yeah. 21.
All right.
I can see
18,
you,
14,
bitch.
21, 8. All right. Zeke, the amount of chatter that is going on is getting to the point where it's actually getting a bit hard to see because there is a lot of people chatting at once in almost every direction.
Oh man, can't
Yeah.
focus. Ugh. If you could smell how I'm feeling, you'd hear how hurtful that is.
Yeah.
What?
14, 18, and 21. The rest of you three, you see basically like all of the factions in town sort of like all coming together at once and basically whatever raw motions that were left from yesterday's attack are basically like all laid bare for everybody to hear at once. And you see several different arguments happening. You see a good amount of the people who tried to hold the guards back, the ones that didn't feel like the remorse afterwards, definitely, to your surprise, definitely like trying to nonchalantly alleviate the worries of others by saying, "Hey, they got who we were trying to sacrifice. They're gonna sacrifice them anyway. We're good. We're done. We're solid." And then immediately they are counteracted by the fact yeah, but there are people missing. They took way more than just that one goblin. Just very much like a ton of back and forth of a very irrational people, and as well as people who know that this is a load of horseshit, but are too emotionally distraught to really carry like any sort of like sense. It is essentially like the chaos of living peoples in a nutshell, where it's like the bad are bad and the good are too flustered by the bad to really be good. You also see in the midst of these arguing voices the guy that you rescued earlier, vouching for the fact that, like, there are people out there that can, like, help us. and the response being, you know, sort of like, what do we need help for? We just need to do our fucking job. We didn't this time. We'll do better next time. Just a cacophony of like conflicting opinions. Do any of you join in on this? And if so, how do you?
I suppose we could like use our 2 higher charisma guys and like start a rumor mill in the other direction. If that makes sense.
Oh, I was gonna do something a lot more brazen, a lot more standoffish.
Oh yeah.
Nick,
Let's see. Zeke was gonna do this. He was gonna point his hand up into the sky.
Oh boy.
and just shoot a very loud, very easy to see laser. Just
Oh shit.
Actually, primitive screwballs, listen up.
Okay. I'm not even gonna have you roll for that. What happens immediately after as all of a sudden this giant noise completely interrupts the flow of everything?
as as the energy leaves Zeke's hand, and he takes a look at the crowd and is like, "All right, chicken shits, simmer down. Conference is about to start."
Oh my.
What he said.
Nick will, for anyone who's, I guess, watching, is doing his best to save face. He doesn't want to. He's the type of man who, to his heart, will say it again and over. Survival is never evil, and he understands that a lot. Both sides, survival is the agenda. But he's gonna make it very clear to anyone who would take the time to listen to him, saying he'll say it again. This doesn't end until we start fighting back.
The immediate sort of response are from people that saw you in the fight against Grulon, as the immediate response is like, says you! We saw what happened to you and the rest of you guys.
And I'm still standing here. And I'm still ready to fight.
I would like for you to go ahead and roll me a d4.
A D4, you say?
Yes.
And 4!
Alright, 4. Continue.
Right. I may have went down, but I'm not out. And neither are they. They'll be back. And they'll ask for more.
Do any of you else also join in on this?
I'll just back them up, honestly.
Same.
Alright, what is it that you say to, the rest of the crowd? If any. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm just asking.
And he doesn't want to steal the thunder from the speaker, so he's just gonna lay for there.
Oh, don't worry about that. But yeah, go on.
But yeah, Nick will make it a very apparent to everyone. I meant what I said during the fight. This won't end until they learn they can't take this from you anymore.
If anybody else wants to chime in on this, I will also have you roll a d4.
Not a day goes by where we don't continuously fight for our lives. People like that. Those screwballs with the cloaks. People like that make it their mission to take everything, even when there's nothing left to take. And they'll take even more than that. Never forget that there's always more of you than there are of them.
Roll a d4. Alright,
Two.
2. Alright, that is recorded. Anybody else?
Hit them with that Bug's Life factoid.
Contrary to popular belief, screwballs, a bee can fly.
God. Wrong IP, I think. Wrong IB, you might say. No.
Boo. But yeah.
Last call for if anybody wants to chime in.
I'm good.
That's good.
Alright, you hear the cacophony just build up again as a plethora of, just conflicting voices just rises over everyone. Once again, Zeke, also kind of, drowning out your vision, as people who believe in you guys are vouching for you. The people that don't are just as hard vouching for just doing a better job next time, and maybe also find another thing to point at. And it gets loud and loud and loud until all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you hear a musket shot fire from behind all of you guys. As the entire crowd, shrieks for a moment, and you see, Speaker Daneth Whalen in what you can only describe as, a combat trench coat, begins to silently power stomp his way towards the middle of this crowd, with the musket aimed directly at the air as he continues to fire up to really hammer the point home that everybody needs to shut the fuck up right now. As he looks, he stands at the middle, and for a brief moment, he turns, for a brief moment, it looks as if he is about to brandish his musket towards, the villagers, but it's actually kind of like a flinch check.
Ooh.
As he looks to them and says, "So let me get this straight. You guys are more afraid of me doing this," and he does another shot in the air, "than you are of taking care of those who've been trying to slaughter you all yesterday. You're more afraid of this than you are of those people in robes." Alright. I understand. Believe me, I understand. As your speaker, I've had to see you all grovel at what seems to be the most unmovable object, the most irresistible force that all of Icewind Dale has ever seen. Forget the wretched tribes. This is the scariest thing that you have all ever seen. And I get it. Because I was in your shoes too. I don't know whether all of you actually believe in what the cult is trying to do, I don't know whether or not you believe that these sacrifices are something that will bring the rhyme away, or if you're just doing whatever it takes to placate them. Because at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. Because all I can see is you all have something in common. You're all scared shitless. And I was too. Until I remembered something earlier today. And he takes a long pause and looks towards everybody. And he sort of like looks towards you all, like you four, for a second, and gives you like a very subtle nod.
Please don't shoot us.
Huh?
Please don't shoot us.
As he is going to look towards the crowd and very defiantly, like, just like put the butt of his musket straight into the ground. The butt of the gun is the part that you hold, right?
That's the part that you put to your shoulder.
Yeah.
He puts the butt of his musket down into the snow and says, I forgot that when push comes to shove, I'm a whole lot scarier than those motherfuckers!
It's a whole
You
lot
all-
louder.
You all are too scared of those guys? Well, I'm gonna give you something way scarier to be scared of. Now, here is what I want you all to do, and you better listen up! In either today or tomorrow, I'm gonna go out and rescue those people that are lost personally. Including that poor goblin that you tried to crucify for your fears. And he's gonna look towards the four of you and say, and they're coming with me. I know I'm older than I used to be. I know that I'm not nimbler as I used to be. But you know what? That part doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, I got them, and I also got this. As, again, he just shoots at the sky.
It's like popping rock.
Now.
It's like popping bubble wrap
Yeah.
to him at this point. The tinnitus just doesn't affect him.
Yeah. Now, if anybody has any objections to that, then you get your ass here and you line yourselves up, because if you're not going to contribute to helping your fellow peers, then you might as well be as good as dead as the people who have already been kidnapped. There's a long pause, and you see everybody is scared shitless. As Dennis will just smile and holster the musket next to it, behind himself, as he'll say, I want you all to remember this day very vividly. Both the people who support the cult and the people who are just having to try and survive. I want you all to remember exactly why you voted for me. And with a base 21 roll and a +6 intimidation, as
Sweet.
well as an extra 6 that you all helped contribute, you have helped Sheriff, you have helped not Speaker Danifuelan, Sheriff Danifuelan reignite the beast inside, as you have helped him effectively roll a, if I have my numbers correctly, a 33 intimidation check on the entire crowd.
God motherfucking damn.
Alonzo just leans over like, we were like subtly threatening this man. Like, this is terrifying.
Yeah. You're the man who treads lightly but carries a big fuckstick.
Bet.
And
The
with
long-
that, mhm.
The longer you are in this business, the scarier you tend to be.
I'm glad he's on our side.
Oh, yes.
So, here's how this is gonna work.
Okay.
Whenever you all decide to try and follow the trail east, whether it be today or tomorrow, whichever, whether or not you need to, get spell slots back or whatever, Daneth will be personally joining you all.
All right.
We
He'll
have
be
a
statted. Uh-huh.
we got a retired adventurer with a fucking musket.
Yeah.
And our
Mhm.
muskets are statted fucking bullshit, especially in the early game.
For the purposes of statting, he will be statted as a level 5 fighter.
Cool,
Is that
cool,
practice?
cool.
So you are effectively like better than him, but he is determined to fucking join you on this expedition to rescue both Shiaz and the other people that have been captured.
Sounds good.
Hot damn.
And with that, unless there's anything else anybody wants to do to close us off, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Zeke is gonna immediately leave the town meeting and immediately gonna bury his face into the snow,
Why?
like away from everyone else.
All the ringing fucked up his ears.
Oh no! Yeah.
Oh,
As a
no.
person with no eyes who can only see through hearing, gunshots at such close proximity are destroying his brain.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
So he was keeping it together, and then every shot that rang out is just like, brain slowly melting. So
Oh, no.
You're telling me
He's-
you're scared of this? Just the
Just
tinnitus.
flashbang.
Flashbang ringing noise.
Fucking flashbang.
he moves away from the entire gathering and just like an ostrich, just plants his face into the snow and just starts dragging his face across the way, and it's just like. And it's just like, I don't know how he figured it out, but I swear he's getting back at me for slapping him.
Oh, no.
Well, I will definitely tell you above table, he was not thinking about that.
Oh
in
no,
the
I'm
moment.
sure he wasn't. I'm sure he wasn't. But like cosmic forces, like Zeke knows better. He's just like, this is karma. I know it is somehow, some
I
way.
slapped him
it
so
is.
hard.
But yes,
Next session, we go hunting.
Yeah.
Yes. But until then, bye YouTube.
Bye.
diddly diddly.